let's start over. Hello vlog. It's officially National Suicide Prevention Week. Let me double check. Let's get the facts. But XO Broke Black Girl was founded in 2020, and it was launched with a celebration of, well, an observation of National Suicide Awareness Week. So I'm definitely going to repost the anniversary of when XO Broke Black Girl was launched 4 years ago. You know, around this time of year, I always get in a rut. I don't know why, but I'm definitely feeling intense pressure and just like shame, regret, and just like a lot of unhappiness, especially since, you know, I really don't want to work in this space. So I hate going there. I hate talking to the people there. I hate the music. I hate the stupid ass polls when they never know how to get the polls right. Why do we have 4 static poles in here? None of them are the correct material, and they're all different sizes, none of them being a 45mm pole. This is so frustrating that I even have to work on this static pole. It's a bunch of stupid ass Negroes in here who want to alienate me. And what I'm realizing is that now that I'm in remission, that doesn't mean that my experiences have changed. I'm still going through the same things of people trying to alienate me from a group that I belong to. Just because I don't look like y'all, I don't act like y'all. And I also got a download last night is that a lot of black people actually get very upset because I don't have the same nose that they have, that I have more Eurocentric features. Girls in the club come up to me, oh my god, your eyes, you're so beautiful. Their customers coming up to me telling me, oh, the dancer that I was sitting with couldn't stop telling me how beautiful you were. Did that make you tip me? So why is this relevant to me? So it's really hard right now. And he was very aware of what was going on in the club. It was during the day shift. I actually went to the club yesterday for day shift and night shift. I was there from 11 a.m., before 11 a.m. to 4 a.m., nearly 5 a.m. And I made $60 because of people trying to alienate me from a group that I belong to. And people not honoring me when clearly you're not making sense. Like, the club is not making sense. And you not tipping me is not based on how I look, because you know I look better. No tea, no shade. So it's no reason why I should not be getting tipped and supported. But because people are disturbed by my aura and my beauty that doesn't prescribe to what you think black people should look like, I have people telling me that I'm whitewashed, that I don't fit in, that I don't belong, because I don't act like you. You don't really come in here and ball. You're just here to show out for a music video, and every single one of the rappers they got up there was trash. Never to be played on my playlist, never to be added to the Crown Chakra playlist, which can be found in the description box below. For National Suicide Prevention, the cool part about this is that it coincides with my latest written piece, which is called Red Consummation. It is over on XO Broke Black Girl. It was inspired by one of my lovers, and as a siren, as femme fatale, I am often inspired by my lovers. But right now, what we're doing is we're getting some stuff charged up. I'm hoping that I can get into the shower by like 1:30-ish. I should be out of here by 2:30-ish, and then I'm going to take the bus over to work, because I don't know if my homegirl who lives over here by me is going to be up in time. She says she don't wake up till like 3. I'm like, girl, I don't want to get to the club that late because I don't want to pay no higher house fee. And she make a little bit more money than me because she a little bit more, you know, hood. So I can't relate to them, and I don't want to talk to them. And the thing is, my DJ, he know I went off. Like, he know I ate, right? So he kept putting me on stage. Like, so every girl in the club was not getting called to the stage. Them Latinas was not getting, because, you know, sometimes it turned into a black club. It depends on the composition of the audience. Not, you know, it just, sometimes it's not your crowd, and I understand that. But, honey, I'm everybody's type. This happens to me a lot because people know that I'm gonna get up there and I'm gonna eat. Like, I'm gonna turn up. And no matter if I'm on a static pole or a spinning pole, I'm gonna turn up. So, you know, they put me on stage and literally the club is packed. And it had been packed for like an hour, 2 hours, and nobody was bringing no money out for the girls. So I get up there and I show out and start eating, right? And you know me, when Renaissance is performing, Renaissance is in her ego. It ain't about me trying to be demure. It's about me dominating my craft. This man, the DJ he DJing, and he, you know how DJs be talking their shit. He like, come on, y'all, where the money at? Y'all broke, go home, da da da. And I'm looking like, you know, I'm egging them on, like, cause this is my club. I'm a prima, bitch. You know what I mean? Like, so the thing is, you know, when you're a prima, you know when other girls have not. First of all, you're not professionally trained. Your feet don't look good. Your flexibility ain't T. I mean, some of them, you know, a lot of girls who are dancers, they actually do have flexibility, but they don't look good. So the thing is, I know that I'm a prima. I know that I am the prima. So the thing is, sometimes not the prima doesn't do well. The prima is just there to get the party started. So not everybody should have access to the prima, and not everybody get to touch the prima. And I've had many times people tell me that I look too expensive, so that's why they go with weaker and less fortunate people. So I'm like, I try not to take anything personally. And again, all of this is coming from, you know, me analyzing and being discerning, so that I don't, for one, I don't take anything personally. Like, you know, sometimes you might not be nobody type, you know, somebody's type, right? But the thing is, when it comes to this space, I know that, like, this only happens in this space. When we're outside of here, every single Negro in that club is harassing me on the street. No matter what color they is, and everybody Negroes, all y'all some Negroes, white, black, Hispanic, I don't care, y'all all Negroes to me. When I'm out in the streets and I'm out in the stores, y'all is harassing me. But somehow when we get around other weaker and less fortunate women, you choose to support them over somebody who's clearly deserving and have earned it, right? I wouldn't be here if I didn't need to. So they dehumanize me a lot. As soon as I get off the stage, another mediocre ass bitch get on the stage. A black man looks me in my eyes, pulls out a wad of cash and throws it on another girl. That's how stuff be seeming personal. You know what I mean? Like, you personally mad because I'm good at what I do. This is the discernment. Y'all need to wake the fuck up and understand that, I was looking this up last night, a lot of people actually experience alienation. When you are not, you know, demure, when you are not mediocre like them and what they're used to seeing, it triggers them. Alienation refers to the feelings of being estranged or neglected. Alienation refers to the feelings of being estranged and neglected, okay? Whereas isolation is voluntary. So I've come out of isolation and now I face alienation. And alienation is something that I've experienced my whole life. People who often perceive themselves or are perceived by others to be outsiders or social misfits might find that they are unwelcome in certain areas of society and will therefore feel alienated from others because they don't fit in. Look, this is crazy. This is what happens. Why do people become alienated? Examples of events that may lead to an individual's alienation include the loss of a charismatic group leader or the discovery that a person who serves as a role model has serious shortcomings. This shit has been studied, and I was not realizing that. The cause of alienation can be related to mental health disorders like anxiety, OCD, schizophrenia, and post-traumatic stress disorder. I also read something last night. I can't find it. I also read something else about alienation last night. Was that a lot of people who get alienated, they get alienated because they have an identity. So everybody in this group doesn't have an identity. So they see me serving as a role model with an identity, right? Only people who are role models are people with identities, right? People who stand for something or fall for anything. You see me with an identity, and you're mad that I won't conform to yours or your lack thereof. So a little intellectualization, but the truth nonetheless. You know what I mean? So I've kind of like been in this space where I'm like, this has happened to me my whole life. Like, no matter how much I love my culture and I love my people and how much I try to protect and support my people, I often find myself alienated because of their mental health issues, their OCDs, and their own PTSD. Because we have this collective trauma, they project their own issues onto me. So me going on the stage and dancing for 5 songs and the DJ calling me up first of all, it was only, he not calling everybody. And if you know, you know. When there's a club full of girls and the club is packed and only certain girls have that, you know what I mean? Y'all go up there, you know, some other girls could dance and look good. I'm not gonna flex on them. He probably rotating about 6 of us, right? He keep calling me up there because he know I know how to perform. Y'all looking at me and staring at me the whole night. Not one green dollar from my community. The only money that I had was this tip that I got from this Ethiopian man, and he was like, I see very well that they can't stop staring at you. And on that note, time to get ready for another day of work. Because I have no choice. We're working on creating more streams of revenue so that we don't have to be in spaces like this with people who can't appreciate it. So it be like that sometimes. But I'm happy I did get that little tip, and I'm happy that my homegirl drove me home last night. I didn't have to pay for no Uber. So people are helping, you know what I mean? And people see it too. So it's not like I'm alone, you know? To my girl that drove me home, she was like, girl, sometimes I come up in here and I'm breaking down because of this shit. Like, we were talking and we was like, we really don't like them Latinos. Like, we don't want to talk to y'all. They don't pay us as much. They think they can come and grab our you know what, for $3 and just be like real rough with us. Don't know how to, you know, treat us. So, you know, she be, you know, she is the only one. And even still, like I said, I serve as the role model, so I'm the one that has to offer the support. And Baby Blue said it clear, is that she was like, clearly everybody in here is beautiful. Why are they treating us like that? And then, you know, half the time, they really don't got no fucking money. Black men coming up in the club just to watch. The truth is, you know, this has happened to me my whole life, and nothing is changing. Everywhere I go, you're mad because I'm the prima. You're mad because I'm number one. You're mad because I'm valedictorian of this class. Somebody who serves as a role model actually experiences like a lot of shortcomings. Why does that make you alienate them? That's like the opposite of what you should do. That is like so irrational. So alienation, this is on Karl Marx. Oh my gosh. Alienation is separation from one's human nature. For Marx, the essence of being human was the fact that human beings imagined and then created their environments, cities, farms, and factories. A medieval craftsman made a living by producing something, furniture for example. He fulfilled a needed social and economic function which made him an important member of his community. With the advent of industrial capitalism, the craftsman becomes a cog in the production line. Now, rather than an important member of society, he is now an industrial worker, a commodity that the capitalist trades on the labor market as just another input into the production process. He took it a little bit farther. Okay, he took it there. Karl Marx. You see Karl Marx? Does the Karl Marx look like he fuck around? Three types of alienation arises out of the conditions created by industrial capitalism, which divides the act of creating a product. Why am I a product? The creating a product into a series of steps controlled by the capitalist owners of means of production. Marx based his analysis on the theory of, he taking it all econ for sure, honestly, and I love it, but I'm not trying to go that far. But I can see how this can, you know, from a macroeconomic level to microeconomic level, like, trickle down into like individual relationships. You know, that's some deep political economic theory. Okay, alienation is a powerful feeling of isolation and loneliness, and stems from various causes. Alienation may occur in response to certain events or situations in society or one's personal life. Examples of events that may lead an individual's feeling of alienation include the loss of a charismatic group leader or the discovery that a person who served as a role model has serious shortcomings. Examples of personal events are death in the family, a job change, divorce, or leaving home for the first time. Although the people may find that such occurrences trigger temporary feelings of disillusionment or loneliness, a small percentage will be unable to overcome these events and will feel hopelessly adrift and alone. Many sociologists, I mean, this kind of has happened my whole life, so it's not really a temporary feeling of disillusionment. I've been getting disillusioned my whole life. Many sociologists have observed and commented upon an increase of this feeling of alienation among young people since 1960. They attribute this alienation to a variety of societal conditions: the rapid changes in society during this period, the increase in alcohol and drug abuse, violence in the media, or the lack of communal values in the culture at large. The lack of communal values in the culture at large. Baby, they ate. Definitely need that. Okay. Some sociologists observe that individuals becoming alienated when they perceive government employment or educational institutions as cold and impersonal, unresponsive to those who need their services. Entire groups may experience alienation. For example, ethnic minorities or residents of inner city neighborhoods who feel opportunities and advantages of mainstream society are beyond their reach. Feeling separated from society is not the only way a person experiences alienation. Sometimes an individual feels alienation as disharmony with his or her true self. This condition develops when a person accepts societal expectations. To take over a family business, for example, is a societal expectation that counter the person's true goals, feelings, or desires. He may appear to be successful in the role others expect him to assume, but his true wish is hidden, leaving him feeling empty, feeling deeply conflicted and alone. Like me working a corporate job. This is not the same text, but this is a different. I can see remnants of Karl Marx on alienation. In the workplace, jobs have become increasingly specialized since the 1700s and the Industrial Revolution. Workers may see connection between the tasks they perform and the final product of the service, and thus may feel intense loneliness while in the midst of a busy work environment. Okay, in the 1840s, they're basically saying that specialization and actually becoming more niche can increase your feelings of loneliness. So being an esoteric teacher, for sure. This is why light workers can't work 9-to-5 jobs. American writer, philosopher Henry David Thoreau observed that the mass of men lead lives of quiet desperation. What is called resignation is confirmed desperation. Thoreau dealt with his own feelings of alienation by retreating to a solitary, simple life on the banks of the Walden Pond in Royal, Massachusetts. He felt less isolated there, even though he lived in solitude. Then when that's how I felt about Arizona. He lived in the town surrounded by people. When living in the town, his feelings of alienation confronted him daily, since his activities did not reflect his true desires and feelings. And I also could feel like alienation, kind of piggybacking off of that, when your activities do not reflect that of that communal, right, of that community. that community that lacks communal values, and your activity, you being a part of that ethnic minority community, and your activities not reflecting the same as theirs, alienation is expressed differently by different people. Some people become withdrawn and lethargic. Others may react with hostility and violence. Still, others may become disoriented, rejecting traditional values and behaviors by adopting an outlandish appearance or erratic behavioral patterns. As society undergoes rapid changes and traditional values and behavioral standards are challenged, some people find little they can believe in, and some have difficulty constructing a reality in which they can find a place for themselves. Wounded sacred energy. This is also another theme that has been going on in the collective. Wounded sacred feminine energy is difficulty in constructing a reality in which you desire and that you find a place for yourself. It is for this reason that social and cultural beliefs play such an important role in bringing about or inverting feelings of alienation. I can go all day on this one. I'm gonna actually bookmark this page because this is very good. But all I'm going to say is that's pretty much what's been happening. And I'm happy that I have the knowledge to help me support my, disillusionment with the lack of communal values. Okay? But that's the end of my TED Talk, you guys. Thank you for joining me. I know you could barely see me, but it was just, me to close the wrap of the vlog. Thank you for joining. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Oh, and let me know what you thought about this. Have you guys ever experienced, alienation, isolation, disorientation, schizophrenia, PTSD? All of these things can relate to your feelings of alienation. But here is a safe space. We are here, and this is a safe space to explore our movement. When other people reject our movement, we have to lean more, even deeper into ourselves, even closer to the self. You are not alone. Alienation is also characterized by disharmony with the self. So the more you become one with yourself, the less you will be triggered by them. Okay? I love you, and I'll see you in the next one. I got money, bitch, I'm deep. All in this, dripping is 60. My pop that pussy like freaky. No mileage, boy, you can't touch this. No violence, boy, you ain't fuck shit. Fuck more islands, whipping them Porsches. Run shit, and your nigga endorse it. Can't touch this. My bitch, we be on that fuck shit. Cause that's hating disgusting.